Okay, everybody, that is the new Ashen deck list because of the new Ashen monsters that it just came out. We have the deck to play around those new monsters and those new cards. So I'm going to be showing you a few combos on how you can use those monsters in this new game, in this new format. Especially to see how you can get that Vados fusion on the field really fast. So this could be your starting hand. This is the YUBEL Ashen. So right here we have Obstinate City. We have Priestess, Samsara Lotus, and of course you could have an Ash, an Imperm, or any hand trap. And another card could be the Miscellaneous, but these are going to be your 3 starters. So right here, you're going to activate the Ashen City. You're going to special summon Priestess. You're going to use the effect Priestess on normal summon or special summon to add to your hand an Ashen card. We're going to go ahead and add the new Ashen support spell card. That's going to be the Extinguishing the Ashen. We're going to go ahead and add that to our hand. We're going to activate this card. This card allows us to send a dark pyro from the deck to the graveyard, which will be Vados, or it could be King, whichever one, depending on the field that you have. But Extinguish is going to be send to the graveyard your Vados. This is how you get Vados to your hand a lot faster than using Awakening, which would lock you to the Pyro extra deck. Which also, Extinguish does the same thing, locks it from the extra deck. Then the other effect is to allow you to add a level 5 or higher Pyro monster. Not dark Pyro, so it would be Fire Pyro as well. We're going to add Vados back to our hand. Add the Vados to our hand. Now, after this, you're going to want to just use Vados. You're going to destroy the Ashen City. And we're going to use Vados to set direct from the deck. We're going to set the new Ashen Continuous Trap card, Ashen to Endlessness. We're going to go ahead and set this card direct from the deck, so it'll be face down, but I'll keep it face up for now, because that will be set. Then, new effect will be Ashen City to allow you to special summon from the deck. This one we're going to go ahead and special. You're going to want to special from the deck King in defense position. And you're going to use King's effect since your opponent controls a 2800 attack monster. You're going to special summon from the deck an Ashen monster. We're going to go ahead and special. Doesn't really matter which one you need to special. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and special Spearhead. Just Spearhead. That's still set. And we're going to go ahead and overlay these two. You're going to want to get your Banshee. That's your Pyro monster. From the extra deck, you're going to go ahead and detach. We're going to detach Spearhead to add to our hand a Pyro monster. Now this here is meant for a Pyro deck to go against, which is just mainly Snake Eyes. Remember that. Since we sacrificed a Vados, we're going to go ahead and add another Vados from the deck to our hand for follow-up in case you already know what you're battling. Who knows what you're battling against your opponent. They can have field cards. Snake Eyes, Fire King, Visa Starfrost, Two Elements, Scareclaw, all those decks that require field spells. Especially the new YUBEL support that's coming out with Throne. You're going to want to keep Vados in your hand. Okay, now that's just the Ashen engine. We already have this board built. Now, we have our D-Lotus for normal summon, because we all these were special summons. I'm going to go ahead and use the D-Lotus. Going to attribute it to special summon your YUBEL monster. It's going to be Spirit. Spirit's then going to get you Pain. Look at this. Look at this board. You're going to get your Nightmare Pain. Then you're going to use Nightmare Pain's effect, Destroy Spirit. To add to your hand, of course. Well, it'd be Eternal Favorite. Granted, discard is important, but who knows whether you'll use your Ash or your Vados. There's that. Get your Eternal Favorite set as well on the field. Then you're going to use Spirit's Effect to special summon YUBEL direct from the deck. Special YUBEL. You have 3 Fiends on the field, 3 Pyro Monsters on the field for the Ashened of Endlessness. You'll then have a YUBEL, and also during the end phase, you can go ahead and use Samansara Lotus to special summon itself, and then tribute it to keep YUBEL on the field, and that will be your end board. This could be your end board on turn 1 with the new Ashen engine that they've given you. And in my case, this is pretty nasty, actually. Because once we end our turn for follow-up against our opponent, if they summon a monster, we can fuse for our Heavy Storm and nuke for the Vados monster. So let's say I end my turn, it's my opponent's turn, I activate the Ashen Endlessness, we're just going to go ahead and fuse. Actually, no, I'd rather do that. There you go. So let's say it's my opponent's turn, they didn't use any field cards, it's not that kind of deck that you're facing on turn 1, you don't know. So we're going to go ahead and use Eternal Favorite. Let's say they summon some monsters, we're going to go ahead and discard the Vados. We'll send the Eternal Favorite, we'll fuse any other monsters that is not Vados, so we can continue to use Ashen of Endlessness on their turn. We'll then special summon the favorite. The Loving Defender, forever YUBEL monster. We still have an Ash, let's say we use that already as well. And then we still have more plays for Endless Ashen to fuse 3 Pyros, or if any case there are Snake Eyes cards. I move the field. Or if any case they're Pyro cards or your cards, we fuse those as well. Then we'll use for your Vados the Dragon of Endless Darkness. This card on summon is a Harpy Feather Duster, so you want him to be Chainlink 1 Vados, Chainlink 2 Darkness, and it will destroy their back row and their monsters on their turn. Also, Loving Defender is immune by the effect of Vados. Same thing with your other Endless Darkness, because Endless Darkness cannot be destroyed with card effects or be targeted by monster effects. So that's pretty crazy itself. So this could possibly be your end board. So if they have nothing else, they end their turn. You will then have follow-up. And whatever you draw. Damn it, I drew turn card. That's my break. Damn it, I drew turn card. That's just that 3-card combo. This could possibly be your end board against your opponent. You then have more follow-up in case you draw something like this. You destroy, add more cards from your deck to your hand. And it's just incredible. I like this new deck list I have for the Ashen YUBEL. It's pretty awesome. It's fusion heavy now. I can also use my extra deck like crazy. So let's go ahead and go on to the second combo where I can utilize the extra deck without having to be locked by Pyro. Okay, in this combo, we will not be Pyro locked from the deck or extra deck. So this will be the hand. It's a 4-card combo that just keeps going. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to activate your Optimum Ashen City. You're going to want to special summon your Priestess. Priestess effect to allow you to add to your hand a Ashen card from your deck to your hand. You'll be adding pretty much all the fuel to get as many monsters out as possible. You're going to get your Shaman of the Ashen City to your hand with Priestess effect. Now what we're going to do here is since we have Obstinate City, we're going to go ahead and special summon all our monsters first. Bam. Special, special, special. All these are specials. We're not going to use Shaman's effect yet, nor Spearheads. We do not need them at this point. We're going to then use Vados effect. We're going to pop the Obstinate City, so now we don't need that. We're then going to set direct from the deck, because of Vados' effect. We're going to be setting the new Ashen to Endlessness. We'll set it here, but it'll be face up just to show you that I have it. Just to show you guys. Then, new effect of Obstinate City to allow me to special summon an Ashen monster directly from the deck. We're going to go ahead and special summon Ashen King. We're going to use Ashen King's effect. We'll use the entire hand. We're going to use Ashen King's effect to special summon from the deck. We're going to special summon. We don't want to use all our priestess, but we just want to use all the Ashen monsters. We're going to go ahead and just special summon Spearhead from the deck because our opponent controls a monster with 2800 attack or more. Now we start to utilize our extra deck. So we're going to go ahead, go in to overlay. We're going to go ahead and go into our Banshee. We're going to use Banshee's effect. We're going to attach Priestess. You're going to want to attach Priestess to add a Pyro from the deck to hand. That's going to be your second Shaman of the Obstinate City. That's important. You want another Shaman. And we have not used our normal summon. And we're going to go ahead and overlay too. Just to get another rank 4 on the field, just because. Doesn't matter. It could be Redoer. It could be any non-number monster on the field. Because what we're going to do is we're going to overlay. All those go in the graveyard. Boom, we just stack the graveyard with Pyros. We're going to go ahead and go into our Utopia Future. We're also going to go ahead and summon in our Draco Future, a monster that cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects, and also he's in the gate. That's very important, and it takes control of your monsters, your opponent's monsters. That's really important as well. Then since we have not normal summon, we're going to go ahead and normal summon the Shaman. Nor have we activated her graveyard effect. Her effect that works for the graveyard or banished. We're going to go ahead and use that effect as Shaman. We're going to go ahead and shuffle back the one Priestess, the one Spearhead, and Shaman herself. You do not need... it does not say you can't add Shaman. You shuffle 3 Pyro monsters from the graveyard to the deck, and then you can add an Obstinate City for the deck directly to the hand. To the hand, and then you're going to just activate it. Your opponent's going to cut your deck. Then this will be your end board because we have our Super Poly for our Pyro monsters to get the new Vados monster. But in case you're battling a Snake Eyes, you have follow-up for that. And with this, you're just going to end your turn. And you'll return. So on end phase, you'll activate Ashen City. You're going to place your Ashen City from the graveyard, bottom of the deck, and draw 1 card. Bam. Draw a card. That is insane. And that's just with 4 cards. If you have the 5th card, it could be any mystery card. If anything, you'll be lucky and have like a Super Poly in your hand. That'd be pretty awesome. You know, a Super Poly or an Ash or a hand trap. But who knows? I'm just saying what you can do with 4 cards for the Ashen Pure. And this is the board we could build with that purity. Also, we drew a card. Show you there. That's the end phase. Now it's your opponent's turn. And on your opponent's turn, we could punish them with the Ashen of Endlessness. Let's say your opponent is not playing Snake Eyes. You can still use your own monsters. Plus the Vados. To fuse for the new monster. Vados, the Dragon of Endless Darkness. That card's insane. It's a built-in Harpy Feather Duster. So you'll be Chainlink 1 Vados to show all their monsters in case they had more. Then you're going to go ahead and use Endless Darkness effect, which is a built-in Harpy Feather Duster. It's just going to show all their background, whatever their effects. If they have Effect Veiler, okay, but they still lose all their monsters. It's still pretty... Effect Veiler targets?
Yeah, targets.
Okay, so 3 control. Your opponent can't use Ghost Mourner, nor could they use Effect Veiler, even though it would be their turn, they can't use Effect Veiler, but Ghost Mourner will not be able to be used on this monster. Ghost Ogre, they can't use Ghost Ogre on this monster because this monster cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects or be targeted by your opponent's monsters. It's a pretty powerful effect. It could still be Imperm, but hopefully that doesn't. Because you went first. So yeah, this will be your board, and you would have a negate with Utopia Future. And that's just crazy. So you could use Future negate their monster or take it if you negated a monster on the field. So I think this is pretty good. And then, wow, that's 2 draws. Are you serious? Bam, goes 1. So yeah, that is combo number 2. And like I said, if you had Super Poly, that'd be crazy if you had Super Poly. On to combo 3, which is the Super Poly combo. Okay, this is the Super Poly combo right here. This one's pretty cool. This one's really fun for ASHENED only. If you want just an ASHENED only field, just to get that field spell. Okay, this is the easiest combo to summon in the Vados, the Dragon of Endless Darkness, using Super Poly. And this is really fun. It's to spam that endless Ashen of Endlessness. That whole setting it is really annoying because you can't use it immediately. So you're going to want to team it up with Super Poly, and I'll show you how to do that in this video. So we're going to go ahead and just start off with the Optimum Ashen City. We're going to go ahead and special summon Priestess of the Ashen City. We're going to go ahead and use her effect to add to our hand an Ashen card. Very important. We'll be adding any of them. We're going to add Spearhead to our hand. Then with this, we're going to go ahead, special summon Spearhead. We're going to go ahead and overlay with them. Overlay for Tornado Dragon. Yep. Then what we'll do here is we're going to activate Awaken of Vados. We're going to go ahead and place a field spell. We're going to go ahead and place Obsidian of the Ashen City on our opponent's field. The field spell. So we're going to go ahead and add Vados to our hand. Now we're Pyro locked from the deck and extra deck. But we already managed to bypass it because it's only until after this resolves. It's pretty much like Fusion Destiny. Use it after you've done all your combos. We're going to go ahead and then activate Vados. We're going to destroy the opponent's field spell. It's a special Vados. We're going to use Vados effect set. We're going to set the new Ashened to Endlessness directly from the deck on the field. We're going to go ahead and set it. I'll keep it face up for now. We're going to go ahead and use Obsidian City to go ahead and special summon King. We're going to use King's effect to special summon an Ashen monster direct from the deck to the field because our opponent controls a 2800 beater or more on the field. We're going to go ahead and just grab just an extra Ashen monster. It just doesn't really matter which one you need. So we're just going to summon Shaman. Actually, we're Spearhead. Keep the Shamans because they're protected. We're going to go ahead and special summon Spearhead. Could be any. Special in defense. Why not? You're going first. Now with this, you're going to use Tornado Dragon's effect. You're going to go ahead and detach Priestess. You're going to pop your Ashen to Endlessness. Now the Graveyard effect is active where you can banish it from the graveyard and all your opponent's monsters become Pyro. That's insane right there. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set that Super Poly. Just set that Super Poly face down. Just like that. Then you're going to move to end phase. End phase, you're going to go ahead and put that Obsidian back on bottom of the deck. And if your opponent cut the deck, you'll draw. Whoa, that was awesome. I drew an Imperm. That's nice, just in case they evenly match for yourself. Oh, never mind. They can't even evenly match you because they have a monster on the field. You avoided an Imperm. All that stuff. So, now it's your opponent's turn. Let's say they summon 3 monsters and trying to link away Vados. You will not allow that. You will just turn those monsters Pyro. You're just going to go ahead and use that Super Poly. All your opponent's cards become Pyro, so you can go ahead and use Super Poly. If they have multiple monsters, go ahead and take, let's say they have a monster that's very valuable. Take that, take the Vados. Let's say you even take your monster. You're going to take away that dude. Because King is still a valuable monster if it can stay alive. You're going to special summon Now, if it's really necessary, for this sake, in case your opponent had follow-up, you will use Vados to wipe the entire board, or you'll just stick with this card, which is a Heavy Storm. So you could, not a Heavy Storm, which is a Harpy Feather Duster. On summon, you can destroy all your opponent's spell and trap cards from their spell and trap zone, which is pretty crazy. Also, this card cannot be destroyed by card effects, nor can be targeted by effect monsters. That's cool. And because we still have an active Tornado Dragon, that could destroy Temple on activation. That could destroy Primitive Planet, Tearlaments, that card. Was it Arachnophobia, is it? Planet?
Arachnophobia.
Yeah, the Arachnophobia card. So this turns off all field cards as well with Tornado Dragon. Also, you still have these cards. Oh yeah, well, you'll discard this card. Extinguish the Ashen, because also this card works in the graveyard. You can banish it to fuse. So that's a +1 as well. And that'll be the Super Poly version of this deck. And whatever other engine you use, which I used YUBEL, the board could be even better. So, thank you all for watching, guys. That is 3 combos that I have for this new version of YUBEL Ashened, and I think it's pretty incredible. It's relying on Super Poly, relying on changing your opponent's... Oh yeah, so we'll use that to banish, and then we can just banish the Spearhead that we detached. Utilizing this deck like this is insane. It's a heavy Super Poly. You got some... Granted, they're Pyros, but you just saw how they would have put that Endless Darkness in the graveyard really easy by just using Tornado Dragon. I like it. Can't wait to test out my logos. So until next time, guys, go ahead and have it awesome.